Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Welcome. Today, I'm going to take you along as we embark on our river cruise on the upper Mississippi River on American Cruise Line's American Serenade. I'll be giving you a cabin tour and then showing you how we spent that first day of embarkation. The itinerary started in St. Louis, Missouri and ended in St. Paul, Minnesota. Included in our fare was one night in the Embassy Suites in St. Louis prior to boarding the Riverboat. The next morning, we enjoyed the included breakfast and then waited to board our buses that took us to the ship. We have arrived at the marina in Alton, Illinois, and here is our ship, the American Serenade, waiting for us. They took our hand luggage off and put it in the lobby for us, and our main suitcases will be in our room. So let's see what our room looks like. It looks like they're checking us in by the door as we arrive. Okay, we're greeted with some cold drinks, which I will come back for. And now going down the hall to get our first view of our cabin, number 238.
No room.
And our bags are here. We have a nice big king-size bed.
Likely event of an emergency, the general alarm bell will sound.
And a big cupboard.
Listen carefully for announcements to be from the
Let's see if there's enough hangers. Looks pretty good. I could probably use some more. I might see if they'll give me more. I brought a lot of clothes, but I can always fold them. We have a safe and our life jackets. Here's some information for us. Ooh, a cookie, okay. A coffee maker. A nice big mirror. I hope that I can use this mirror for makeup. We'll see. And we've got some drawers. Good. Bedside tables, and we have outlets. One USB and one electrical. And we've been given a little tote bag, very nice. A large TV, and they are doing the lifeboat drill right now, which we will watch as soon as I put the camera down. There's no sofa in here, but we have one easy chair. And a balcony. Be aware that opening the sliding glass door is not easy. Requires a lot of pressure. And there is the parking lot where the buses are parked. It's the marina parking lot. And again, not a nice view, but when we are cruising along the Mississippi, this will be a lovely place to sit. No doubt about that. All right, let's come back and look at the bathroom, which is quite spacious. I see it has a nice glass shower door. A lot of people love the glass shower doors and they don't like shower curtains, but there's none of that here. Pretty spacious area. However, I do remember I was on the sister ship to this one, and there are no shelves, which I find difficult. I'm used to cruise ships having multiple shelves where you can put out all of your toiletries, and that's just not available here. But I will make do, not a problem. Certainly can make do with that. There seems to be some drawers here, yes, so I can store things in there and under the sink. This is a nice dresser. There's lots of drawers, and I'm going to need them because, like I said, I brought 15 tops for this hot weather, and I will be using all of these drawers. So that's a good thing.
On behalf of all of us at American Cruise Lines, welcome aboard. We hope you had a safe and pleasant journey to the ship.
I was glad to see that there were plenty of electrical outlets in the cabin as well as USB ports. And also there was a regular electrical outlet in the bathroom, not the kind that you can only use for shavers, but a full electrical outlet, one where you can plug in your hair dryer. I also bring an extender just in case. We watched the safety drill on the television and then tried on our life vests so we would know how to get into them if we ever needed to. We then proceeded to the River Lounge for a talk and welcome from the cruise director, Buzz, who is only 25 years old, but he did a great job at being a cruise director. We walked around the ship on our self-tour, and it didn't take long because this is a very small ship. There were only 175 passengers. It was a full ship, yes, and there are only 5 decks. The top deck is actually a sun deck. We had our first meal in the dining room for lunch. The main dining room is on the main level, and we are going to have lunch there. This is the main dining room, and we're all here for lunch, but it's not overcrowded, and we had our own table. We've been seated at a table for 4, and we're going to be getting someone else here, but I'm looking at the menu. It looks very good. Poached seafood salad, or honey crisp apple and roasted almond chicken salad sandwich, or a roast beef sandwich with roasted garlic and herb potatoes, desserts, ice cream, blueberry pie. My mouth is watering. I'm really hungry at this point. Now on the reverse side of the menu is tonight's menu, and they ask you to fill it out in advance every day. And this is so they can get an estimate on how much to cook, and there will be less waste. So you don't have to stick to it, but it just gives the kitchen a better idea. So today our choices are beer and herbed marinated rack of lamb, crisp fried mushrooms and spaghetti, a vegetarian dish, seared red snapper, or sweet tea brined fried chicken breast. Starters are candy pecan and organic, spinach salad or garden vegetable, and beef soup. This is the poached seafood salad. It's a little smaller than I expected, and you can order half portions, but I did not order a half portion on this. Even though I thought the portion was kind of small for lunch, it wasn't at all. I'm very full. We're still docked here in Alton, Illinois. We haven't started out on our cruise yet, but this is one of the little decks off the lobby where you can sit. It doesn't belong to any particular cabin. They have a new passenger portal on the internet. It's a little different from an app. You have to sign on to their website and then save it to your homepage on your phone. It was a little tricky for me to get in, but I'm in now, and if anybody needs any help, they can certainly go to the desk and they will help you with that. We've been told the ship holds 175 passengers, and today there are 175 passengers on board. I noticed that unlike our last cruise on the sister ship to Serenade, that there seemed to be a wider variety of ages on this ship. I noticed a group of 4 or 5 people. They look like they might be from a family, and then I noticed 3 younger women all wearing the same t-shirt. So I think there might be more variety of ages on this group, although it is primarily an over 70 crowd. We're having our private sail-away party here. Isn't it beautiful? The historian on board, whose name is Joanne, is a wonderfully enthusiastic speaker who loves the Mississippi River. She introduced us to the river and also the locks that we will be going through during the week. We're approaching the first of the 25 locks that we will be going through on this cruise. Entering the lock. At 5:30 there is a cocktail hour. Actually, it goes for 2 hours in the River Lounge, and they serve hot and cold hors d'oeuvres. There's also a bar where you can have any kind of beverage that you like. All drinks, including alcoholic, are included in the fare price. All right, we're here in the dining room again for dinner. Our first dinner, this is chicken. I really enjoyed our evening entertainer. He sang in about 35 different languages. Finally, it's nighttime, and we were able to see a beautiful sunset, the first of many. I hope this gives you an idea of what it's like to board an American Cruise Line Riverboat that first day. It's not difficult. There were many people with mobility issues, but they were helped on board, and it is particularly suited for older people and those who have any kind of difficulty walking. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.